the unexplained story that begins where all your imagination ends.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into the moonlit world of a really beautiful and kind of sorrowful poem called The Ballad of the Midnight Dancer. It's this amazing story that weaves together mystery, divine grief, and ultimately a secret promise. So, right from the get-go, the poem just drops us into this conflict. You have this solitary, beautiful act, dancing, but a whole community is calling it madness. It immediately makes you ask the question, right? Why is this person dancing all alone? Okay, so this first part really sets the scene for us. You've got this lone figure moving in the darkness. We're told there's a silent, totally unseen partner, and all around them, a village that just whispers and watches from the shadows, completely misunderstanding what they're looking at. And this gives us a window right into what the villagers are seeing. It's not just someone dancing, it's someone dancing with an invisible partner. So to them, yeah, it looks like a clear sign of madness. But the poem is already hinting that there's something way, way deeper going on here, a connection that you just can't see with the naked eye. And just as we're getting into the dancer's world, the focus shifts. We move away from the dancer and toward the source of this invisible partner, a deity, inside a nearby shrine. We're introduced to this golden statue, one whose heart, the poem tells us, is starting to ache. And then we actually hear from this divine being. He speaks through a dream, his voice like a whispered flame, and he asks this really profound, kind of haunting question about being remembered. You can just feel the forgotten history and this deep, cosmic loneliness behind those words. So you might be asking, who exactly is Nataraja? Well, the name itself means Lord of the Dance. This is a form of the Hindu god Shiva, but he's not some static figure. He's the cosmic dancer whose performance literally creates, sustains, and then ultimately destroys the entire universe. So yeah, this is not just any statue. This is a big deal, a seriously powerful cosmic force. And what the poem does so brilliantly here is it grounds this huge cosmic being's pain in a way that feels so human. A bronze statue with weeping eyes, that's an image that just sticks with you. It makes an ancient god's grief feel totally immediate and real. And this brings us right to the source of that pain. Nataraja finally reveals why he's grieving. And, well, it's an absolutely heartbreaking story of separation and loss. And this just lays out the heartbreak so clearly, doesn't it? It's a huge chasm separating these two lovers. On one side, you've got Nataraja in India, a prisoner who dances through the night with a lone desire. And on the other side, his lost love, Tara, over in London, who sleeps in glass and silence. It's a story of two souls just torn apart by geography and time. That line, sleeps in glass and silence, it's so evocative. It captures not just where Tara is physically, but it also speaks to this bigger theme, the fate of cultural artifacts that have been taken from their homes. They stop being part of a living thing and become these lifeless objects in a museum display, bathed in a frozen light. So after hearing this incredible story, the dancer's purpose is completely transformed. What was once this solitary act, well, it's about to become a shared ritual. A moment where mortal movement and divine grief literally become one. And check this out. The connection, it stops being this vague, dreamlike thing. It becomes a real physical experience. The dancer doesn't just hear the story. They start to feel Nataraja's presence, his breath, his arms, and his overwhelming sorrow. It's everywhere. Nataraja's sorrow now literally starts to move the dancer. It's like an invitation, or maybe even a compulsion, to enter into this shared experience of grief. And right here, you can feel the energy just ramp up. The mortal and the divine, they're not separate anymore. They're combining, twisting together in this single, powerful, almost desperate motion. And this is the moment the dance becomes cosmic. It's no longer just one person twirling under a tree. It has become this huge performance that's channeling a grief so immense, it echoes through both earth and heaven. Just incredible. And out of all this pain, this intense, shared sorrow, a mission is born. A sacred request is made from a god to a mortal, and it gives the dancer a new and profound purpose. So Nataraja's plea, it has three parts. First, find her my Tara.
Simple enough. Second, bring her home to me again. And then finally, the most immediate and poignant request, till then, dance away my pain. This is what gives the dancer's nightly ritual its new, profound meaning.
And the dancer accepts this vow. And just like that, everything changes. The dance is no longer some weird act of madness. It's now a sacred duty. It's a way to ease a god's suffering, and by doing that, to keep a culture's memory alive through ritual.
So now, think back to those villagers, the ones who were whispering about madness. Well, now they're whispering in awe. What they could never understand before is now seen for what it is, a sacred, mysterious communion. The dancer has become a vessel for a divine soul.
And that's the powerful, lingering question the poem leaves us with, isn't it? It connects this one dancer's story to a much larger global conversation about cultural heritage, loss, and memory. It's asking us to think about it. When a culture's treasures are lost, who's left to carry the weight of their memory? The poem suggests that maybe, sometimes, the most powerful museum is the human heart, and the most sacred artifact is just a dance in the dark.
This is just a pause, not the end.